Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to Super Kiwi 64, developed by the same fellow who made MacBat 64. I don't know if there's a 64 at the end of MacBat, but MacBat was pretty short, pretty cute, got a fair bit of attention. As it was free for a while, a lot of people played it. And this game's been on my radar for a while. This is my first time playing it, and I just found out already that you can stick to things, some things, with the beak, which is more than I expected, honestly. Not that that's a dig against the developer. Seems like the beak dive, or whatever you want to call this, will be very useful for fast movement. I kind of like that as soon as you press the jump button, it just drops you in the middle. With enough power stones, I promise you to fly us off. I promise you to fly. Sorry, the dialogue is very surreal, which is characteristic of this genre, I suppose. There's a 3 and a 4. Let me try and find a 1 and a 2, because that seems like what we should be looking for. You know what? No. Let's go to level 4 first. I'm pretty adept at 3D platforming. It's one of my favorite genres, 3D platformer collectathons. Yeah, alright. This seems fine enough to start. So we know that the goal, just from that brief interaction, is to find the power stone so we can fly off the island. I don't know why we went off the island, but maybe we don't need a reason. Sometimes the adventure is the reason in itself. Sometimes you don't need more than that. This game would be, I can already tell, would be incredible to speedrun because of the movement. Like, it's just pleasant to move around in this game. Oh, there's 6 of these here. Okay. Oh no. That wasn't so bad. I almost forgot about the glide, though. Which seems like something that one should remember for this stage in particular, that we're capable of gliding. There's also... It's such a well-loved trope, the idea of climbing a massive tower in a 3D platformer. Can I... Oh. Huh. Is there a limit to this, or can I just keep going up? This definitely seems like one of those games where the idea behind the movement is just purely to encourage player satisfaction, based on what I'm experiencing so far. That's not the goal of movement in every 3D platformer. The goal of movement in some is to provide challenge. Like, sometimes in 3D platformers, movement is deliberately limited to make it more challenging to navigate your environment. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. But this style, where the movement is just to make the player feel good, is definitely more common, I think. I'm just interacting with everything I see, regardless of what's going on. Like, I assume that if I touch everything, then that's good. Sure, 3rd gold ring. At first I thought there would be timers on the gold rings, because that's a rather common mechanic. Can I not jump? Yeah, I can. Doesn't seem like we really need the platforms. Oh. Already, it's a bit difficult to make many comments about the level design, because by its premise, this level is more linear than I imagine some of the other... Oh, I can run, too. I already thought that you could move incredibly fast in this game, but adding a sprint button increases the movement options incredibly more, which means I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes where I leap off cliffs trying to do cool stuff. But the movement seems like it's really enjoyable, which is not... I mean, this game is clearly inspired aesthetically by Banjo-Kazooie, and I don't want to get in trouble with nobody or nothing, but the movement in Banjo-Kazooie is incredibly stiff, unlike this. Like, it's legitimately hard to do anything fun with the movement in Banjo-Kazooie. It's also mechanized, so automated. I'll get that ring later. 4. I think I know where the last 2 are. What is this? Probably an Easter egg of some sort. Or just part of the background scenery. Alright, well, I've got 5 of 6. And I reckon getting the last ring would be number 6. So I'm going to do that. I'm still curious what this is all about. Like, Maybe this is storytelling. You know? Environmental storytelling. I honestly don't know what we're looking at. This giant industrial tower. It's very... It's very evocative, but I'm not sure of what. Like, I don't know what I'm meant to be feeling. Alright, well, it appears that I've 100% of the level. Which is not a complaint. Alright. Level 3, here we come. This game is $2, by the way. Yeah, it seems like the desert landscape that level 3 and 4 take place in is heavily industrial. And I wonder if there's meant to be like some kind of explicit story that goes along with that aesthetic. You can get anywhere in this game from just about anywhere, it seems like. It's crazy how 3 simple movement options, like this beak dive, the glide, and a sprint, can mix together in such exciting ways to allow for optimal fluidity. This level certainly seems more open than the other one. So the rings probably more like red coin stars, and then there's an objective to destroy in the level. It seems like that's the case for both levels we played so far, is that there's one objective that's destroying targets, one objective that's collecting a certain number of rings, and then the rest I would assume we get just by exploring. I think that's the formula they're going for here. Either way, this level is far more open. You can easily see just about everything of interest from anywhere in the level, it seems like, which I'm a fan of. Oh, we got all the gooblies, the goobly gobbers, and changed the entire state of the level. Okay. I really wasn't expecting that. Not even a little bit. Okay, so I can stick on this. I was worried. It appears that one of our precious collectibles was taken by the lava. What do these do? I thought those targets were the destructible objects, but maybe it's not so simple. Maybe there's more variance in the objectives than I initially thought. 2. So, I'm trying to remember, what else do we need to do? We need to break crates. 3. Alright, crate broken. We've broken the crates, so that's 4. After I find out where that spawned. And 5 and 6, I suppose, would be the golden ring. Oh, there's the golden ring up there. The golden ring and some kind of interaction with something in the environment, I would wager, is where number 6 would be. Alright, where did that one spawn? Is there anything I haven't done in here? Give me that. Music is very funky. It is certainly more high energy than most of the tunes in Banjo-Kazooie as well. I don't mean to keep harping on Banjo-Kazooie, it's just interesting that although this game is inspired by Banjo-Kazooie, it's different in a number of ways. Banjo-Kazooie's strengths were mostly in its platforming. Not platforming, excuse me. Banjo-Kazooie's weaknesses were in its platforming, and its strengths were largely in its characterization and the humor it used. That's what separates it from other media, is its kind of generalized mean-spirited humor, sort of gloomy atmosphere that permeates the whole experience as well. How? I didn't want to leave. No, I didn't want to leave. That's not what I meant to do. That's sad. I kind of don't like that. I don't like that I was trying to explore the level and it just kicked me out. That I don't like that at all. Especially because now all the collectibles are back, which makes it more confusing visually what I have and haven't done. I don't think that's great. I know they want to limit the I know they want to limit the tutorializing. That's very clear by how quickly the game starts and gets you directly into the action, but leaving the level without a prompt like that when I'm just trying to explore the outside feels weird. I don't like it. Super Kiwi 64 definitely. Wait, okay, I know what it is. Do you see that green door down there? That green key card that we got. That's what that's for. All right, so let's go get it. We have to raise the lava again. I'm a sucker for any platforming level or platforming room where you can literally change the state of the world around you to see things from a new perspective. Granted, in this case, it's more simple than in some of my favorite instances, because all it's doing is raising platforms and putting a hazard on the floor. But it's still good stuff. Lord knows why there's a button to make lava rise up in what appears to be some sort of military industrial complex, complete with a train depot. No idea what's going on over here. Alright, that's all 6. Now I'm ready to leave the level, now that I've collected everything. Alright, level 1 and 2, here we come. Alright, level 2. This is what I remember Super Kiwi 64 looking like. I'm a little scared to go over this hill, because I think if I do, I'll leave the level. Which is a shame. Like, if you want to place invisible barriers or tell the player that they're going the wrong way or something, I think that that's much more understandable than just making them leave the stage when they wander too far in a direction you didn't intend. Anyway, this game, as a fan of someone who's played 3D platformers, is immediately fluid and fun to play. Like, I spoke this game's language the second I picked up the controller. It's super obvious what it's going for. It's excellent at what it's going for. And it's honestly kind of... This texture is very reminiscent of Banjo-Kazooie. Like, I just straight up got transported back to Banjo-Kazooie when I looked at that texture from Bubble Gloop Swamp, I think is the level. I'm not actually a fan of Banjo-Kazooie because its movement is so bland in comparison, especially to this game's movement, which is phenomenal. And I don't think the mean-spirited humor works for me. There's just so much aggression and violence in the world of Banjo-Kazooie. But this premise I can get behind. We're exploring these landscapes because we want out. And we're gonna get out. Oh, I guess that's the level. I also appreciate that the levels are bite-sized. That might not feel good to everyone, but just like in Sonic games, I prefer when levels are quick, focused challenges, and it's not skimping on the presentation. Let's be fair here. This game looks gorgeous and really well captures the spirit of the period it's inspired by. Much more so than many other games which try to capture this spirit. Though, movement like this fluid and free, was not at all commonplace when 3D platformers were new. Not at all. Alright, target destroyed. Don't know if that accomplishes anything, but I'll do my... It's probably an alternate reality game involving these symbols or some such thing. Or it's just a meme. Or both. Like, I've seen too many of them now to believe it's coincidence or just decoration. There's probably some deeper storytelling or some Easter egg or some such thing involved in those. Routing these levels would be an absolute blast. There's so many potential shortcuts, especially after you know where all the gems spawn. I'm shocked that I only have... Oh, 3. I'm shocked that I only have half of the gems. There's one. There's always a little bit more to these levels than it first appears, even though they are very small. Which is something I greatly appreciate. Or, now I have no idea, no earthly clue what the other objectives could... Oh, there's the ring. It appears that, like, almost everything we've explored so far is dead in some way. Like, we're experiencing the remnants of dead civilizations. Some of them kinder than others, it would seem, but... Like, there's ancient temples and industrial train yards and all sorts of stuff that, that hints at a civilization which is long gone. It really does make you wonder what happened here. Alright, we're over halfway through the game. Where are the rest of the levels? Oh, no, we're not over halfway through the game. This story requires 48, excuse me. I assumed the plane was the end of the game. I was wrong. Could not have been more wrong. Level 8, here we... Okay. Extra boost, huh? Oh. Alright, let's go. I'm down to go faster. It makes it feel even more like a Sonic game. Faster, better. There are 3 keys, 2 of which look very similar in color. Yeah, this game is just immediately joyful to play. And I'm fairly certain its goal is not just to provide satisfaction for players who are familiar with... Looks like a race? Where's the start, though? Is this the start? No, certainly not. It seems like the goal is not just to provide satisfaction for players who are familiar with the genre, but also to make the movements and mechanics and goals simple and readable for all audiences. Which I really think it must succeed at as well, because there's not really any hazards or difficult platforming that I've noticed in this game. And you can see almost everything from everywhere in every level, except for the level which is a platforming tower, which is fair because that's kind of the point. I'm not expecting the game to pull some kind of grand twist or anything where it turns out that this whole time there was a very profound, emotionally satisfying reason for all these wreckages and broken civilizations and corpses that we're seeing. Is that all 3 keys? I don't know. But it'd be cool if there were a reason. Though as much as it would be cool if there were a reason, it's also perfectly cool that there's not. Some things you can just leave to the imagination. Okay, I figured that if I went through them all it would spawn a collectible, even though it didn't explicitly say that I should do that, so I'm glad I was right. It's very clear upon seeing anything in this game immediately what you're supposed to do with it. Which is good, because the goal is to go fast and to be as readable as possible. It's not trying to be a puzzle game. All games have different goals, you know? Hello, sir. Alright. 2 more. Where could they be? Oh, there's one. Alright, 1 more. Where could it be? There it is. So immediately readable. I was kind of dreading that those fans might chop me up. Oh, I mean, that's... I don't know what I expected. It's an airship. There's so many questions to ask about this universe and how these things got here. Alright, levels 100%, and see you later, guys. Level 8 conquered. Let's continue playing the game backwards. Ghost Yard, which is what I would expect from a ship-themed level, honestly. Was that just a single gear? Guess so. Could definitely be moving much faster than I am, for sure. Hello, sir. It feels like death is just a theme in this game, with how many corpses and skeletons and skulls and ruins are around. Which may sound weird considering how jovial this game and its premise are. I am determined not to use an elevator unless I have to ever again. It feels weird readjusting to the slower controls after that level where you moved so much faster. I'll get used to it. Does this just open? No, okay, I need a key. It's really unclear to me the power level. Oh, is this the key? It's really unclear to me the power level of our character's beak. Yes, that was the key. I went over there, I'm not gonna lie, because I thought that's where the key would be. I'm not going over there, though. That's probably, it'll probably boot me out of the level. It's a very minor nitpick, but yeah, I don't like being booted out of the level for trying to explore. Especially in a game which is about that. It just, I don't know, it just interrupts the flow. I used the elevator. I broke my promise. Using the elevators might be faster, but it's the principle of the thing, you see. I wonder how the dev decided where to spawn the collectibles at. Because they're not immediately near you. And I know that it's easier to have set spawn points, so that's not what I'm complaining about. If I remember correctly, this changes the state of the level. I do remember correctly. The pink thing changes the state of the level. Only a little bit this time, though. 4. And 5. And I assume we're about to greet number 6. In some way. Alright, what is this? What am I... Ah. Are there more? Did a mech just get pulled up out of the... Yeah, this is definitely a mech that just got pulled up out of the water. Something's going on in the world of Super Kiwi 64, for sure. Now that skull, that doesn't count. That one's entirely decorative. Let me up. Let me up. Let me up. There we go. Alright, level's finished. What's next? 6. Don't worry, I'll have those 40 things... Power Stones? I'll have those 40 Power Stones in a jiffy. Wow, Ancient Temple. Alright. Now this is more what I would expect, given the general dead people aesthetic we've been looking at so far. I really like the magenta lighting. I don't know if I... Okay, that did not change the state of the level. It just exploded a coffin. Which is one of the funnier things I've seen a Switch do in a video game, if I'm being honest. What is this that I'm looking at? What is this? What is this that I'm looking at? What? I am thoroughly confused. Alright. Cool. Let's just... We'll put that in the back of our mind for now and not worry about it. I cannot imagine not 100%ing this game. It's just too fun to find all the collectibles in this game. But... Oh, I'm gonna explode another coffin. That's what the Switches do, you see, is they explode coffins. I suppose the idea behind this level is to vertically ascend, destroying coffins as we go. That's the theme, you see, is grave robbing. I cannot imagine playing this game without collecting everything, but I do also think that any percent runs of this game must be really enjoyable. Because if it's this fast to 100%, think of how tightly focused an any percent run would be. I'm definitely playing this game really fast. Like, I reckon most people wouldn't be playing a Super Kiwi 64 this fast, but the speedrunning community for this game is going to be crazy. The movement really gives this game legs. There's no Power Stone in that one. Just a ring. Sometimes you bury yourself with a ring, sometimes you bury yourself with a Power Stone. It's just the way of things. Oh, okay, falling platforms. You think you could stop me with falling platforms? Come on now, come on, get real. Get real, Super Kiwi 64, as though falling platforms are a challenge when I can schmoove like this. And I think that's the level 100% as soon as we pick up the last Power Stone down there. This level probably one of my favorites so far. Up there with the Mushroom Forest level. Alright, and just this one, I think, and that's it. We can go in the Secret Grate, which we will definitely be going in first, before we power the plane. Wow, yeah, like, I wasn't sure about my reading of the theme at first, but there's something funny going on with the amount of dead stuff in this game. Definitely an unusual style for a colorful 3D platformer. Alright, what does this do? I hit it. It opens this? Okay. Alright. Switch puzzles. Sure. The idea that there are... Like, I don't even know if those guys hurt me. I don't know why I'm killing them. But the idea of enemies in this game feels awkward, because I don't see how any of them could pose a threat to a character this nimble. You know? It's a very basic switch puzzle, but it does require some thought. Alright. I'm shocked that I haven't found a Power Stone yet. Where was the door? I forgot where the door was. Another murder. Those appear to be robots, too. They make mechanical noises, and they explode, if that's not enough of a hint. But, I mean, it's a video game. Sometimes things made of flesh explode in video games for no reason. I just went backwards. This level's definitely more mysterious, I suppose, than the others. There's more pathfinding in the sense of figuring out exactly where to go. Which is fine, because you want your levels to be distinctive. Don't know what that did. Heard something explode. Couldn't tell you for the life of me what blew up. Something behind here. Okay. Oh, okay. I guess there was a second door, and that's what exploded. Still haven't gotten a Power Stone yet. This level is definitely different in a big way from all the others. What am I looking at down here? Whoa, alright, I've never seen boulders move like this before. Wow, I cannot get over how surreal this level's layout is in comparison to all the previous ones. Yeah, there's a single Power Stone. I have no idea what's happening. The fact that I just now collected my first Power Stone is crazy to me, given the language the rest of the... Oh, God. Given the language the rest of the game communicates with. Surreal. I guess we can't just swim up, so we gotta get to on the ramp. Very surreal, this level. Probably the intention, still very much out of Oh, they're all up there. Wow, this level's a trip. This level is a trip. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wonder how routing this level would go, because this one in particular seems like would you just skip everything except like anyway. We got all 48. Which means we can go into this grate. And this grate contains another power stone. Oh no. Oh no. It mattered. It all mattered. I don't know what those are. I assume this is a cheat room and we put cheat codes in that. Like to unlock various extras. I would assume that's the point. Have I 100% of the game? What are these? I'm so baffled by so many things in Super Kiwi 64. In a good way. Like, what a weird game. It is rapturous how strange certain decisions in this game are. What's this for? What's this bouncy thing for? I assume there are exactly 50 power stones and that I'm missing one. Either because I don't understand the combination necessary to use this, or the 50th one's in a sky chase from Sonic Adventure style segment when I get on the plane. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let me back out. Hey, just let me in the plane. It's the ending cutscene. We getting off Dead Island full of dead things. We flew into a foggy cloud, which looked a bit like a person. You're welcome. Very enjoyable, this game. Very short, absolutely worth the time, and absolutely worth the money. Plus, it made me utterly confused and engaged me in its world building, which I wasn't expecting from this one. See you next game. Maybe a bit ambitious to end your credits on. Like, you always hope there will be a next game, but you can't just assume there will be, you know? Alright. Where... Was it level 4 that I remember seeing the first... No, it was level 3, I think, right? I just want to find one of the codes and punch it in. One of them. Okay. A star pyramid, I pyramid. Hold on, I have a notepad file. Hold on, let me blow up this gentleman. I have a notepad. I can just use this notepad over here. A star pyramid and I with a pyramid. Okay. Now that I've written that down, let's get out of this level. I just want to put in one of the codes. I just want to see what it does. Ding. Alright. A star pyramid, I pyramid. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Alright, well, I think that's about it for Super Kiwi 64. I love it. It's great at just about everything it tries to do. The only complaint I have in the entire game is that it kicked me out of a level while I was trying to explore that one time. Yeah. It's pretty great.